Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout to share for Cocoa Vanilla Studio. I am using the very beautiful Bloom and Grow collection. It's really pretty colours. I love it. It's really lovely. Spring, summer, either one goes. I mostly have used holiday photos. I have a lot of holiday photos. So therefore, this works generally pretty well for me. I love all the colours. I love the patterns. They're just gorgeous. Anyway, today I've gone out of my comfort zone and I'm determined to use this bird paper. Now, this really is out of my comfort zone because I struggle with large pieces of pattern paper that have multicoloured icons all over them, so the birds, on a white background. They are my most challenging papers to use, always, because they don't read as a solid, right? And therefore it can make your layout look chaotic, and I like to have a bit of order on my layouts. So, I was determined to use the bird paper because this day at the kind of zoo forward slash water park, don't ask, there were loads of birds there, loads of amazing tropical birds. So we saw a few of them. There's a few of them in the photos, but that photo of me and the two children sat there, we are watching a bird show. It was really cool. And I have got more photos from that, but for this layout, I've gone for just a random selection of photos from the day. But the birds are significant for that reason. There were birds everywhere. So anyway, I'm creating 2 photo strips using small photos. Now these are printed 4 up on my selfie printer, so they're printed 4 to a 6x4 sheet, and I print them with borders which shrinks them a little bit. So I couldn't tell you the exact size. I think they're maybe 1 3/4 wide by 2.5 inches tall, something like that. So I've just created 2 photo strips by mounting those onto 2 pieces of blue pattern paper. I've kept the blue strips quite narrow. I've also mounted my bigger photo, my 3x4, which is slightly smaller than that, again for the same reason, on the same paper. Now I wanted to choose a dark plain paper to give some good separation between the birds, the crazy birds, and my photo strips, because otherwise they would get lost against that very busy background. You can see I've also put in a little separation strip, a border strip, in between the birds and where the photos will sit as well, of that blue and white striped paper, or very aqua and white striped paper. That helps as well give that little bit of separation, although it doesn't have a very big impact, I admit. And now you can see where I've got my 2 photo strips are going to sit there and there over that edge, and then my smaller photo is going to sit down towards the bottom right of the photo strip. Now I was going to overlap, but I decided to leave a small gap, which possibly was a mistake, but I'm quite happy with how it turned out, to be honest, so we'll say it was okay. So now the only thing with a busy background like this, you have to be quite careful what you put on top of it. Now I'm trying to add my title. Those little letters from the Bloom and Grow collection will get so lost against those birds, so I've decided to put those on my photos. They're small enough that they just about fit, so I've gone for fun times. And then I'm using the word together, which is actually from the Deck the Halls collection and the gold puffy titles. I'm trying to use up all of the words in my gold puffy titles set. And I've used all of the main Christmas titles, so now I'm looking at the single words that I have remaining. So together was one of them, and fun times together I thought worked really well. So I was able to make up my title from a mixture of those alphas, the small alphas and the big alpha. Okay, now I just need to add in my embellishments. So I've decided to fussy cut a couple of these lovely big flower sprays from that beautiful sheet of flowers. I mean, they are always so stunning, aren't they? The Cocoa Vanilla Studio flowers. Absolutely gorgeous. And that sheet of florals always just has my heart. So I have fussy cut the entire sheet now. I think that's the last one. I've used those on almost all of the layouts that I've made so far. So just fussy cut that one out, you can see there. And I'm going to have a big floral cluster to the left of my photo strips there. You can see that I cut that in half and spread it out a bit, and then added some floral ephemera as well, just continue to build that up so it looks like a nice rounded flower spray coming out of the side of that photo strip. Over on the right hand side, this is where it becomes a bit more tricky because of course the background is super duper busy, so I can't put too much on there without it all getting lost. So that rainbow is quite helpful because it's on a white background and it hasn't been cut out all the way through, so the gaps in the rainbow are not see-through, which is brilliant. That works well to layer on top of a busy background because you can't see anything through it. The title, for example, the word together, is a bit busy. It is on the busy background. So the word together, you can see through it. Sometimes I put my titles like that onto a piece of white and fussy cut them out so that I have a white background. But on this occasion, I felt it just about worked okay because it was only over a small section of the busy paper. The other part was on my photo and it reads okay. I'm fairly happy with how it reads. It could be clearer, I agree. And then I'm just adding some little label stickers from the accessory sticker sheet. I've got one to the right of my photo that gives me a little bit of white area around the photo, and another one, the other part of that above the photo, sticking out from the right hand side photo strip. I'm coming in now with some smaller embellishments. I've got a butterfly there, I've got a bird for obvious reasons, and another butterfly over on the left. I'm adding some little hearts, the puffy gold ones I love. I've also added some phrase stickers from the accessory sticker sheet to my photos, so it was quite nice to be able to embellish my photos, my photo strips a little bit. Just with a phrase and some little hearts from the puffy hearts. So I've got precious time, this made my day, this is the story so far. So they're all on the photos. And then I'm just finishing off with a few splatters of white paint. I initially thought I would journal on that little card over on the right photo, but in the end I decided to add it to the left hand side directly onto the white background because I felt that it was clear, it would be clearer there. So there you are, there is my finished layout. I hope that you liked seeing it come together. That's an awful lot of photos on one layout for me. What's that, 7? Yeah, I love how it turned out. I love the collection, it's so pretty. So yeah, thank you very, very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. That was Niki Rowland for Cocoa Vanilla Studio.